Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Two-Shot Factor. 25% of Americans are retarded. That's the title we're using? Obviously, you've seen this 100 times, you've heard... It's like the same argument over and over again. No, man, like it was just a prop can.
Yeah. Hey, I think that's a little... Oh, you don't show it? Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, he said sorry, he accepted that, obviously. And then the guy goes out and tries to murder him. And even the people that are saying like, yeah, I get it was wrong, but right there, you lost me. There's no buts. This is brutal. Let's take a look at some comments. Yeah, comments.
Comments. Your comments are so good.
Luke Morgan. I watched a lot longer version of the footage earlier on YouTube. It gives it a lot more perspective. But in the end, he went too far. He's young and I get it, and damn was it fun to watch, but... Luke Morgan, that was not fun to watch, dude. You might have issues. I don't have a soft stomach at all, but what's fun about watching a completely defenseless, innocent person put their trust in somebody who turned out to be a psychopath and gets sadistically maimed while they're out there most vulnerable? Fun to watch? I think your hard drive needs to be checked. Trojan Horse is glorified, but what Raja did isn't. Not saying I would have took the same route, but you never know what someone going through mentally. Little dude lost his mom as a kid and just lost one of his best friends not even a month ago. Is that what you would say if you were a lawyer? Stu Smiths, aka Psycho Stu's GoFundMe has reached $67,458. Chris Jericho donated $2,500. I hate Chris Jericho, but if you click on any decent known wrestler's GoFundMe for an injury, he always donates at least $1,000. Well, that's good to know, Sky Young. I mean, I was just thinking, like, there are a million ways to say, like, okay, you shake a guy's hand and whatnot. Even if you still got some beef, you've ended it there. It's over. You can't go back on that, let alone the way he did it. The guy was out off the slam. That was the last ride for him. What if we flipped it around again? What if it was like a girl? Okay, no, not like you're beating up a girl. Okay, that's pretty obvious. That's not gonna work. What if it was different though? It was a girl like in a bar, and she wanted to like dance with you. Lots of times girls are into you and stuff, and they're down to dance. They might even suggest it. More of a European thing, I guess. But then that doesn't mean they necessarily want to get up and start grinding on you. Maybe in Chicago, they might want to start off slow. You know, they might want to have like that 4-foot rule in there, like it's COVID all over again. 6 feet. They got their mask on and everything. Have you been vaccinated? Let me see the POV. But what if you did that, but then the guy started like coming on real strong all of a sudden? You know what I mean? And she told him no. And then he keeps going, and she had to tell him no like 20-something times. You've already gone past the point of sexual harassment. You've already gone past the point of sexual assault. You're pretty much borderline into rape charges already. But that's just the thing. No one would agree with that. Even if she said like, let's dance or something.
Yes.
And they wouldn't say, oh, she asked for it. It's kind of like that movie, The Accused.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, she was dancing slutty, and you could expect that guys were going to get turned on by the way she was putting on a show there. But then they literally gang rape her in the bar. There's still, you've still got to understand no, right? This guy didn't even get a chance to say no. Because see, that's the thing, no matter how bad rape is, no matter how much worse you might think it is, attempted murder is still going to carry generally stiffer charges. Last I checked, it usually seems to with black people, not to bring race card in, but if I don't, 100 million other people will.
Why, you little... I got you! Go!
It's all just an act.
Stop! He's already dead.
Isn't that weird? The Simpsons did it, right? Then there's that eye for an eye thing. It's like, yeah, he asked for it, like, you gotta be careful. You F around and find out. What? We're not allowed to swear? You fuck around and find out. I remember it was the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. That was the first time I heard that. Yes, I know it's older, but that's the first time I remember hearing that. What was that one guy? I saved your life, man!
That was not me! I just saved your life!
It was just intense. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy, dude. Well, maybe don't do it in the first place. They're called the Rampage family for a reason. You see? Judge, Well, what did you expect was going to happen when you did that to the Rampage family? Now think, how real does that sound? Remember, the judge is smart, older gentleman with way more education than your whole tadpole family combined. Like, what do you think? Like, oh, like a judge is gonna say, you know, I've reviewed the evidence, I've looked at the jury's decision, but regardless of the damage that was done, he should have known not to mess with a trained MMA fighter with the Jackson name. The Jackson name carries strong reputation. Do not fuck around and find out. I'm gonna say he's innocent. Go outside and try that on a stranger. Let's see if you survive, right? Exactly, and the law does state in retard land that after getting hit with a beer, you are allowed to murder at will. These comments prove South Park's correct when they said 1/4 of Americans are retarded. Carlos?
Well, did you know that over 1/4 of people in America think that 9/11 was a conspiracy? Are you saying that 1/4 of Americans are retards?
Yes, I'm saying 1/4 of Americans are retards.
Yeah, at least 1/4.
Let's take a test sample. There's 4 of us. You're a retard. That's 1/4.
Derek Two Shot, the podcast that's changing lives in America. Brought to you by Sprite, because it was in Pulp Fiction that one time.
Drink Sprite.
And always recycle.
There are laws in place. There's common sense. We've already discussed that. What if there was, okay, eye for an eye. Yeah. I had this guy who I had this beef with. He was this small guy. He wasn't a kid. He was just really small. He was like a midget. You ever seen that movie, Lord of the Rings? It was Samwise's brother. It was Sam Not So Wise. It was like, I wasn't dropping no E's. Hey, look over there. What the hell had happened? I think he had stolen some money from me years ago, and I hadn't seen this guy. I think he was in prison for like stolen library books or something. It's vicious charges up here. Try pulling that stuff in Delaware. Biden will get you. He knows where you live and what kind of books you read. He knows the Dewey Decimal System.
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
I love that. It's stupid, but it's stupid. Yeah. We're really stupid here. Okay, we're really stupid. Please give us money. We just need Prozac. So seriously, like this guy comes up to me out of nowhere. Bam! I didn't see it coming. It was like Theo Fleury. He may be 5'6", but you got another thing coming if you think he's gonna cower like a little turtle. Bam! He nails me. I'm like, what the hell? I pushed the buddy down, and this was the worst. Even though it was just a casual push, he's like, ugh. He disappeared for all. I was like, did he like get scared and run away? Just what had happened was I pushed the guy down. He went into this tall grass, and apparently his head hit a rock and it KO'd him. But the small guy who had punched me, I ran up to him. I swear he had a cell phone. Like he was on the phone. I grabbed it and I like threw it either at him or at the ground. I threw him down. I punched him once and then I left. The idea is that like, you know, a lot of people might really, you know, lay a beating on the guy, or at least 3 or 4 punches. But I didn't do that. He punched me once, so I figured, you know, maybe I might punch a guy more than that. It's just that he was small. I remember thinking, like, I don't want to sit there, like, he's not like that physically. He's not like he's some MMA fighter. So I got my eye for eye there. That's the idea. You got to be fair in life. Hold on, let's have a drink here. Raja, I don't know if he's going to go to jail. They're going to post some bail money, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he's probably gonna get into a lot of trouble.